Welcome to MEE Live. I'm Ava Warriner, and today we're asking, is this Egypt's most feared exile? On the morning of the 23rd of July, a man in a black hoodie approached the Egyptian embassy in The Hague. What happened next was live streamed online. A bicycle lock was clicked shut around the embassy's front gate. Within minutes, Anas Habib, an Egyptian activist and former political prisoner, had sealed off the diplomatic compound in what he called a symbolic protest against the blockade of Gaza. But he wasn't finished. Days later, Habib returned, this time to lock the Jordanian embassy too. The act went viral. Arabic social media platforms lit up, not just because of the gesture, but because of the target. Frustration at Egypt and Jordan's role in the Israeli war on Gaza has been building for months. Habib's protest brought that anger straight to the embassy's doors, and the ripple effect was immediate. Since then, activists have shut down Egyptian embassies in more than 16 countries, including Turkey and the UK, in a coordinated campaign demanding Egypt open the Rafah crossing. Anas Habib is no stranger to confrontation. Once jailed in Egypt for his activism, he now lives in exile in the Netherlands. But posting on social media, he has claimed that Egyptian authorities have been pressing the Dutch anti-terror police to arrest him. So, who is Anas Habib? What drives him? And does he see himself as a protester, a disruptor, or simply a witness? Today he joins us to talk about his protest, the role of Arab governments in Israel's war on Gaza, and why he believes silence is complicity. Good. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll start nice and simple then. Why did you lock up the Egyptian embassy in The Hague in the first place?
Because me, as Egyptian, I know for 100% sure that the Egyptian regime is complicit in the genocide, and this is it's just not an accusation. It's um, it's a fact. We've been seeing for like 2 years. Uh, First of all, the first 6 months, the side of Rafah was not yet occupied by the Israelis military, by the IDF. And during that time, the Egyptian regime was always saying, we cannot enter the medical aids, we cannot enter the food, we cannot enter anything because we are scared that it's gonna be bombed. But after that, after it's got occupied by the IDF, now they are saying, no, it's closed from their side, not from our side. We cannot enter the aids. So, and we've seen also a lot of examples before in the Egyptian history in like 2013, during the Morsi, when he was the president, when the war was on Gaza, Egypt could stop that war in just 2 weeks. We could have do that. We did that already before. It's something that we can do. Egypt is capable of stopping this genocide, stopping this war very easy. But he does not want that to happen.
You've said that embassies should be shut as long as Rafah is shut to medicine and children. What do you see as Egypt and Jordan's role in the siege on Gaza, and why target their embassies specifically?
Because, like as I said, these regimes, especially the regime of Egypt, the Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, they say that we cannot enter the medical aids, the medical aids, the food, the trucks, and they say that this is because of the Israelis, yeah, because of Israel. Why you are why you are arresting the people who are in solidarity with Palestine? Why you are arresting them? If you are not against Palestine, if you are not besieging Gaza, why you are arresting those people who are protesting and demonstrating to support Gaza and to support Palestine? Why you are arresting the people who are gathering money to help Gaza? Why you are arresting the people who trying to like send money to Gaza? If you are not against Gaza, if you are supporting Gaza, if you love Palestine that much, why you are doing this? Why you are preventing people to just hold the Palestinian flag? Why? If anyone try to hold Palestinian flag in Egypt, he will be vanished. No one gonna know where he is. He gonna disappear. So If you say that you are with Palestine, you love Palestine, you are like the most pro-Palestine ever, why you are doing this to the Egyptian people? Let the people demonstrate at least. Let the people say we are with Palestine. You're saying Israel and America, yeah, they are the reason. We are not the reason. Okay, let the people go demonstrate in front of the American embassies. Let the people go demonstrate in front of the Israelis embassies and say, I cannot do anything. It's not because of me. It's because of the people. Pretend that it's like that. Just pretend. But you are besieging Gaza. You are arresting anyone who is in solidarity with Gaza. You are not letting even the people to demonstrate in the street and say their opinion, say we are standing with Gaza, we are standing with Palestine, this cannot be happening. You are arresting those people. You are calling anyone who support Palestine that he is Muslim Brotherhood, terrorist, whatever, all of these accusations. So if you are really that Palestine lover, you love Palestine so much, why you are doing this to your people? So it's all hypocrite, it's all lies, and we all know the reason.
And your protest quickly gained widespread attention and sparked debate online and in the media. How do you respond to those who see it as a powerful statement, and then to others who question whether such symbolic acts can make a real difference?
So, okay, let me answer the first question, how I respond to that. Just so proud of the people, so proud of how the people reacted to that. What I did in the beginning, it was all spontaneously, like I didn't plan any of that. I just went to the Egyptian embassy. So I wanted to just make a statement. The idea of the padlock came actually at the just last moment because I didn't know exactly what I'm going to do. And then I thought with my brother, and then just the idea came, okay, I'm gonna buy a padlock, I'm just gonna lock it. That's it. Nothing was planned. And then to see the reaction of the people and how they are acting on that, how they are like engaging with that, is just unbelievable and show how just one act from just one person can inspire a lot of people. And it's just not about Anas.
Well, we'll start
Everyone
nice
can
and simple
do
then.
any type of
Why did you
action and
lock up
inspire
the
a lot of
Egyptian
people and
embassy
cause
in
a
The
lot of
Hague in
effect.
the first place?
And that's actually what we're seeing now, because now since these type of demonstrations, this type of protesting, now we've been seeing little bit of um, a little bit of things coming into Gaza. Of course, not everything is like 10% or something. Usually before the war, it was like 500 trucks coming in every day. But now, yeah, they let 100 truck or something. But at least we can see that this action can cause a little bit of effect. And that means, okay, we know what hurts you. We know what really can make the trucks let in and come in. We know exactly how we can stop this war by besieging those. Actually, I'm gonna call them traitors, because those like Egyptian embassy, Egyptian regime, Jordanian, and all of these regimes around Israel, they are complicit in this genocide. And if it was not them, if they were not in this thing, this genocide and this war wouldn't last for like 2 years. See, we've been protesting for like 2 years against Zionism, against Israel, against Trump, stop the genocide, stop the war, and a lot of actions for like 2 years. And just like 3 days, besieging these embassies, locking it, and now we can see this beautiful face there, mercy. Like, okay, we're gonna let a little bit of trucks in. We're gonna do this parachute eights, which is like, yeah, it's just so. Um, we're gonna see these parachute things coming from the sky, and which actually is so humiliating for the Palestinians and for the people. But we can see now what really affects. We know now when they're gonna move to stop this war, and this happens when the power of these regimes around Israel get threatened. When they see that it's threatened, oh no, we have to actually, we just have to intervene. Because if it was not them, if it was not Sisi, if it was not the king of Jordan, if it was not those guys, the genocide wouldn't last for like 2 years. And we know it now 100% sure. What really affect and what really hurt them.
Fantastic. And since your protest, more than 16 Egyptian embassies worldwide have been targeted by activists. Did you expect this kind of domino effect? And do you see it as the start of a wider movement?
To be honest, I never expected that. I just went to the Egyptian embassy. I'm just one person. I'm gonna do what's gonna make me feel a little bit better, not just this feeling of heartbreaking. I cannot do anything. I want to do anything for those people there. I'm Egyptian. It hurts me so much to see that my country is doing this to Palestine, to Gaza, because the opinion of Egyptian people and their point of view was never like that. We are not like that. Egyptian people are not like that. Egyptian people never dealt with Gaza in this way. And I am gonna also say the example again of 2013 when the Egyptian president Mohammed Morsi, who died in the prison, that coup that happened against him. Yeah, so he died in the prison because of Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. And then he stand up and he say, "We will never let Gaza alone. We will never leave Gaza. The Egyptian people are way, way different than the Egyptian people before 2013. So we can do it. It's doable. We have a lot of things to do. We can say, okay, since you are besieging Gaza, we are not letting you enter Egypt. Since you are besieging Gaza, we're gonna shut down your embassy. Since you are besieging Gaza, we're gonna cut all the thing that goes to you from us, the trade and all of this stuff. We're gonna stop that. But no, nothing of this happened. He is enjoying it. Sisi enjoying the besieging. He want to kill all the Gazans. Is not any different than Netanyahu. And I'm Egyptian, and I'm saying it for 100% sure. He will be more than happy if there's nothing like Gaza stand again. Like he will be super happy. All Egyptian people know that.
You've posted that Egyptian authorities are pressuring Dutch anti-terror police to arrest you. What exactly have you heard? And do you feel at risk, even in exile?
What happened that yeah, since I shut down the embassies and all of that things happened after, they started to do like to do reports to me and to the police here, and then I got a call, like I said in the video, from the police. They wanted to talk with me, and then I went. I didn't know the reason. They say that they think that there might be a risk on me. I didn't know how, but I understood that it has to do 100% with the embassies and all of this stuff. And then she gave me that report that they received from someone that say that he's Dutch and he's feeling risk, like that he's in risk and the country is in risk because there is this guy that called Anas Habib, and he's a terrorist. He stand up in the mosque and he said we cannot just let all of this happen, and a lot of lies about me. And not just that report, it was like five reports in the same statement that this guy's a terrorist. He wants to bomb the Israeli embassies. He wants to fight the disbelievers, the non-believers, Dutch people, because they are helping the Zionism. All of that. And then she told me, okay, we've seen like five reports like this, and we are not stupid. We know that this cannot be true because first of all, we checked on you, we control everything. We saw your social media, we visited your house, we saw what type of person you are. So this 100% is like a false report. And now we know for sure that since they have been doing this actions, that means that they are targeting you. Now they are targeting you in this way. We don't know how they are gonna target you later in the future. So you just should be careful. And she gave me some tips like if you feel unsafe, if you see that there's someone following you, just call the police and they're gonna help you. And yeah, so that happens. And yeah,
Because, of course, you were jailed in Egypt for your activism before. How do you weigh the personal risk of what you're doing now? And what would happen if you tried to go back?
yeah, like like you said, I was in the jail for like 2 years in Egypt when I was 15 years old, and I got out when I was 17. So I've already lived this type of risk and even actually more in Egypt. So for me, there's just let's just see what you're gonna do. Like I know that they are not capable to do anything because they are so brave on the Egyptian people there. They are so brave because they have the power, they have the police, they have everything. But outside, everyone knows that they cannot do anything because this is just the mentality of the gangs. The second question, what happened if I go back to Egypt? Of course, they just die. I will be killed. Like, yeah, there is like, yeah, of course, 100%. There is like these two guys, Mohsen Muhammad and Ahmed Sharif, who did that type of protest when they locked up police officers in Helwan, like as a type of protesting that the regime is closing Rafah borders, and they're saying, okay, we're gonna let you out if you open the borders. And now these guys, there's high chances that they are already killed, and so that's exactly what would happen to me if I go there.
And my final question is, what would happen? What would it take for you to stop locking these embassies, these embassy gates, and what does a win look like for you?
Actually, nothing can make me stop that. Like literally, nothing can make me stop, or at least sharing it, encouraging the people to protest against this regime. That we know now that if he get threat, if we are threatening his power, his control of Egypt, they're gonna move. They're gonna stop the war. They're gonna try to let some aids go in and all of this stuff. And what's the win for me? The win for me that Gaza live and the Egyptian people live like the whole world should live. That's for me, that's the win. If Gaza live, then he can live. That's it. Gazans people should live. And also Egypt should live. Because let's just let's just say something that some people cannot realize it. If Egypt is free, Gaza will never face this type of genocide ever. If Egypt is free, Gaza will be free. If Egyptian people are free, Gaza also will be free. That's why they want someone like Sisi in the power. That's their goal. That's the goal of Netanyahu. That's the goal of America. That's what they want, and that's why they're gonna just save him. They're gonna like before what happened about the embassies and also the type of that action that these two guys did in Helwan in Egypt. Before that, there was no negotiations between the Palestinians and America. It was stopped already. And after that, they say, yeah, there is a chance that negotiations will come back again. So that's how they think. That's the truth that most of the people cannot see. These regimes, Egypt regime, Jordanian regime, and a lot of regimes in the Middle East, they are just how to say that in a nice word. They are not partner. They are the occupiers, but they look like us. They talk our language. They look like us. It seems like that, and that's why Netanyahu, America, run so fast to help them when there is a danger about them, not when we are besieging Israel's embassies or protesting against them or protesting against America. They don't care about that because if they lose these hands on Egypt and Jordan and other regimes in the area, that's the moment when they lose. That's the moment when Palestine will be free.